And so we come to the end of another gate, and we're in line 6, of course, then it's gate 12, the gate of standstill and caution. And line 6 is called Metamorphosis. The lifetime learning says faith in and energy applied towards change and the emergence from standstill. Here we have an extraordinary 6th line. The great mutation that will take place in humanity will take place in this stream that runs all the way from the root gate 39. And the mutation will take place actually in the 55-6, but eventually finding its manifestation here through the 12-6. This will be the mutation that opens up what the voice referred to as our spirit consciousness. That's the consciousness that is possible underneath the emotional motor. And it won't be for humans. This is a spirit consciousness that the rave will be embodying. It's their mutation, it's not ours. In the exaltation, we have creative transcendence there when connected to the harmonic 22 through the channel of openness leads to successful mutation and the emergence of a new social form. The capacity to mutate and express new social forms. This particular line is a line of great importance because of that mutation that is going to come out of it. It will be expressed and explained through the 12-6. Ra makes the point that there will be resistance to the mutation when it comes. There are those who will accept the new form, recognize the new form, even embrace the new form, and there will be those who reject it completely out of fear. Why fear? Well, partly because it's such a big change. It's something that we haven't met before, this kind of mutation, this massive change in our position as a species on Earth. But also because of the power of an aware emotional system. Our emotional system is a motor and it's powerful now, but just wait until it's aware. Wait until it penetrates us in a way that we have no experience of. And rather that even the children who are coming in with the mutation will not initially be equipped to deal with the power of this spiritual awareness. The 12-6 speaks of a future, and it speaks of it better than most lines because it tells us that what the metamorphosis always brings is the same thing in a way. It brings the positive adaptation and it brings the negative resistance. The this and the that. It doesn't mean that those who resist the mutation are bad. It's just the basic binary of the mechanic. And it tells us that not everyone will participate in the totality as one united front. And we see that already, don't we, within our own human design community. There are very much some people who don't want anything to do with the rave. They don't want to know about it or learn about it, hear about it. They're here for the humans, it's there. And then you have some others, not as many actually, who are just very focused on the rave, who want to know everything about it, what they're going to look like, how they're going to smell, what are we going to do with them, how are they going to operate? Oh, they want to know. And there are, of course, people in between. There's always that merging of people who are not quite so this or quite so that, yeah. But we see this already. There isn't a united front to the mutation that's coming. In the detriment, we have a retrograde metamorphosis that has evolved a perfected adaptation to standstill, the perfected adaptation to caution that can accept social limitations. This is the part where they can see how things are, this 12-6. They can recognize it, but still not be able to participate in it. 12-6 try, when they're young, they try to fit in, to adapt, but they end up in social situations that they don't belong in, and they quickly recognize that they don't belong. And then this is how they get burned in their 3rd line phase. They realize what social interaction means for them, and the natural caution of this gate then kicks in and they are able to back away, but it takes a while to learn that they have the ability to do this. The 6th line is waiting for the mutation because it carries it genetically. It's just waiting for a different kind of social interaction, one which is open to hearing them, can understand them. When those rave babies come into the world, it is those beings around them, you know, their parents, their caregivers, their siblings, those who carry the 6th line, anywhere really, but particularly in this stream of emoting, you know, the 39, 55, 22, 12, because it's through the 6th line in this stream that they will have a way of reaching out, you know, being able to comfort these children. I mean, not having any kind of relationship with them necessarily, because Ra told us that that's not part of the situation. That's not how it will unfold, but being able to comfort them, maybe that's slightly differently. We can do that for any animals that we meet on that level. So why not in those who are going to come in after us, if you like? Ra said that very little happens with the 12-6 at its mundane level now in the world. It's kind of dormant somehow. It's waiting. And as a result of that, they're not all that social. They're just waiting for that new social form, that new social phenomena. And the 11-6 is called adaptability. When you are bringing in the new mutation, when you have the responsibility for communicating that and expressing it and explaining it, and it's not just a new mutation, it's the new mutation, some adaptability is called for. You know, in this 11-6, there is an innate awareness that all forms are transitory, including the new social form that is coming. You know, it's not going to be here forever and ever. Well, we've got 1300 years, give or take. And then that new social form, the rave, will be done. This gate and line brings the balance, inner balance, to accept transition. It's not always easy being the messenger, being able to adapt, even though it's something that we generally use as our keynote for the 3rd line. But here we have it. And the 6th line and the 3rd line they have their harmonic, their resonance. The moon has just gone into gate 1. This is the gate of self-expression. This is our G-center gate. And so the moon brings a focus to creation as a primal force. It's an individual gate with the drive to express itself in a unique and creative way, with the ability to focus on the creative process without concern for outside opinion. There can be a great impact when this gate expresses itself. And it may even inspire others to take on a new direction or to express themselves uniquely. Gate 43 at 2026, this is the gate of insight. More individuality here, and we're in the Ajna. And this is a unique perception that is the result of sudden insights, with a constant process of structuring the insights so that they can be formulated as concepts that bring radically new knowledge into the world. You know, individuality, mutative, it's like the 12, you know, we have a lot of individuality in this transit. There's nothing premeditated about the 43 or this individual process. You know, it happens spontaneously. It's that pulse, remember, it's that timing that you can't rely on it being consistent or reliable. Not reliable, because you can't rely on it. You know what I mean? It's random. Let's go with that as a good word for the day. It's random energy. It can sometimes be shocking or weird or wonderful what comes out of that 43. It can be quite a deaf gate, and it carries an anxiety around not being understood. And then finally, we have another individual gate, gate 14, and this is at 0709 tomorrow morning. This is the sacral gate of power skills. It's a deeply material gate, and it supplies energy for the material way. It's about having access to resources and to material wealth. and the power and the skills to distribute and direct resources in a way that supports humanity's need for change and for mutation in order to survive as a species. And this is something that we we are going to do. We are going to still be here at the end. You know, this is not the thing that happened when Cro-Magnon came in after Neanderthals and eventually the Neanderthals died out. Although, yeah, my brothers, they haven't completely died out. But in that sense, that's gone. And here we are, and we will carry on with the rave. The rave and humanity will carry on to the end of this round. 1300 years, give or take, we leave together kind of thing. So, you know, we are going to survive as a species. So we need these gate 14s and these people who have gate 14 consistently and our experience of it through these transits, because having access to resources and to material wealth, whatever that looks like going forward, and being able to educate our children, our grandchildren, anybody we can get hold of, so that they can have what they need to navigate the future and to meet it correctly. These are really important things. So yes, a bit sidetracked. These are some of the themes that the moon is bringing to us, this individuality. You know, maybe we don't want to listen to anybody else right now. We know what's best for us. We're just going to get on with that. Are you aware of any of these playing out in your life, or your activations, your interactions, your observations? What's happening with you guys? What's happening? Please do share if you would like to share. Would you like to share? I'm always very happy to read any sharings that are left, any comments that are left. So yeah, please do if you'd like to. Until I see you for a new gate tomorrow. We are in gate 15 tomorrow, the love of humanity. Yay. And that also means that we are in the middle of the year, really, because, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much for watching or listening. Go gently. See you tomorrow.